I've tried to forget, but every night the same images haunt my every dream. Visions of every horrible act I've committed here in the zone, every monster I've slain, all the men I've put down. It always ends with this huge machine humming to life in the darkness. The noise it makes, an unforgettable symphony of dissonance that drills its way deep into my skull as if it desires to unravel my very mind. Then I wake up, still in this hellhole searching for answers. They're getting stronger, the dreams, more aggressive and real. The division between the waking world and my subconscious continues to blur as I travel further north, leaving me in a constant state of paranoia. Still, through it all, I've somehow managed to make a name for myself, doing jobs for anyone with a bit of coin, putting down the most dangerous threats in the zone. But what does that say about me? A man that deems a life unworthy just for a payday, a blunt instrument to raise at humanity's worst fears. Am I a benefactor of opportunity, or a victim of circumstance? All I know is, there is something out there, and it's bigger than all of us, but why does it seem like I'm the only one searching for it? I've tried to forget, but it's become clear to me. We've already been forgotten. On the last episode, I spent several hours farming rubles in preparation for the long journey north. We purchased ourselves the Psy Helmet, found a Deagle and MP155 that I repaired and made part of my everyday carry. Finally, we fought alongside Gatekeeper, fending off a monolith attack. There's still preparations to be made and money to earn, but I'm sure we're all eager to push further into the unknown. I'm finally entering uncharted territory, as this is the furthest point I've ever reached in Gamma, so I'm very excited to see more. Before charting my course for the session, I decided to play around in the mod settings. One setting in particular, population factor within the ZCP mod. This is one I noticed before and planned to mess with as I got more familiar with the game, but after user Nucleator recommended bumping it up to 2 times, my curiosity eventually got the better of me. So right at the start, I'm going to bump this up to 2. Should be a few in-game days before it takes effect anyways, so let's see how it goes. What do you guys think? This a good idea? Bad idea? Guess I'ma learn today. I can always revert it later if need be. So picking up right where we left off, I returned to Rostock with my 2 duty bros, trying to get to Agripom and rested until morning. My poor stalker has been so sleep deprived that I think I need like a full week's sleep just to get his rest back to 100%. I'm immediately noticing I've lost some frames. Perhaps that setting is already taking effect? Yes, we'll see, though if performance suffers too much, I'll have to revert it back regardless of how cool it is. I've already had my settings optimized for the best fidelity I could get while recording, but I do want to test this. Let's just stick with it for this session and evaluate later. There's a mutant nest that needs clearing in wild territory. I don't like approaching from the sniper side, but it is faster. Doesn't matter much anyways, the mercs end up clearing my task before I even get too far in. You know what? I'm just gonna farm some tasks in the familiar areas before moving on. You don't really need me holding your hand through it, do you? Tell you what, let's clear it all with an upbeat montage. Ah, the truck cemetery, the funnest area in the bottom half of the map. This was the last place I cleared back when I first played Gamma. It's a very fun and unpredictable area. You know, I think now's actually a good time to talk about my history with the Stalker series. I know it upsets some diehard fans, but truth is, most of my exposure comes from playing Gamma. Back in 2007, 17 years ago, we're old. A friend lent me his copy of Shadow of Chernobyl because his PC just couldn't run the game. Well, no matter what I did, the game ran like shit on mine and would eventually become unplayable. So while I really did enjoy what I could see and wished I could play more of it, the franchise unfortunately just completely fell off my radar after that. I didn't even know of the sequels until many years later. Perhaps I heard of them in passing, but really didn't have a reason to keep up with the franchise. So fast forward to 2022. I'm pretty addicted to Escape from Tarkov, but growing increasingly disillusioned with the time sink aspect and cheaters I'm seemingly running into every time I sit down to play the damn game. So I start looking for alternatives, preferably single player games I could play more casually and not so much like a job. That's when I stumbled across posts talking about Stalker Anomaly and an upcoming mod pack for it, Gamma. It felt like I stepped back in time. I was blown away to see how many mods and overhauls were available for the original trilogy, and I thought Anomaly looked great. So I downloaded and played it for a few hours, thoroughly blind and very confused, but I really enjoyed what I did see. I ended up falling off of it as I waited for Gamma, life and too many other things fighting for my time. I did eventually get around to installing Gamma, and once again went into that completely blind, pretty much immediately falling in love with the oppressive, I don't give a fuck approach to progression. Starting on the highest difficulties, I played it incredibly slowly, too stubborn to look things up, and just fully immersing myself in the world. We're talking, I probably played 60 hours or so before even arriving at Rostock for the first time, kind of slow. Then when I eventually got to Yantar, paid for the Psy helmet, and was told to wait a few days for it to be finished, I just kind of fell off the game. I think other things came out. Tarkov probably had a wipe that sucked me back in, and the usual life stuff taking up all my free time. That Gamma save file would lie dormant and forgotten, eventually deleted to save some storage space. It wasn't until now, with Stalker 2 coming out in a rough state and this new Gamma update, that I decided to come back and really see everything Gamma has to offer this time around. So, yeah, that's my history with the series, and oh yeah, I did purchase the original trilogy after trying Anomaly, and guess what? About halfway through Shadow of Chernobyl, my save got corrupted, and I just gave up on the damn thing. One day, I plan to return and finally play through those three. I really do want to, but the first is intent on breaking every damn time I try. Anyways, back to Truck Cemetery. I have a few tasks and a handful of stashes I'm working on. I have EcoBro with me from Yantar trying to collect data from slain mutants, which I'm trying to get done before getting too far in, as I don't want to watch Bro get mauled to death by a chimera. I'm also still not certain if that population setting has already taken effect or if it's just placebo. I know I've lost some frames in the populated areas, and when I was farming earlier, it did seem like there were more NPCs everywhere. Either way, I'm on edge and cautious, because if there's more mutants here, things will go bad really quick. There's a lot of movement in the distance, and EcoBro is all out of gum, so I give chase to keep him out of too much trouble. It looks like quite a fight is going on between a pseudo-giant, Snorks, a burrer, and something else in the distance. I take a few shots trying to hit a floating barrel, but no luck. Sadly, EcoBro was trying to solo a chimera and got his ass eaten, so I avenged him and decided to roll back to save. I don't want to lose him. Taking the same approach, his task completed during the fight with the same chimera, but once again, he gets his face caved in and oh, his death crashed my game. EcoBro EXE is clearly a vital operation. This time I take a different lane down. I'll go back to that helicopter stash later. Hopping along APCs, I keep scanning for the Chimera while I work my way to a different stash. And before you say it, I know I can set my companion to not fight, but I think it's more entertaining to keep him as a pissed off, bloodthirsty chihuahua chasing shit down. Finally spotting the Chimera, I lure it in for a very easy kill. I'm really liking how the Deagle feels, though its hip firing is giving me CS2 accuracy vibes, which is meh. This yellow stash is right next to my task, likely a Chimera or a bloodsucker is my guess. The Lurker completed Eco Bro's task, and I foolishly think it may have been my marked task as well, so I reward myself with a Snickers. Alright, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I'm assuming he grabbed me and is sucking me dry. This is stupid. One-shot grapples are always poor design if you ask me. I tried fighting it, but shh, just let it happen. On retry, the skies have cleared up. I was actually enjoying the rainy cemetery vibes too. My homie's down, but I spare him a medkit, complete his task, and send him on his way. Just get the hell out of here already, dude. Unsurprisingly, it looks like the pseudo-giant won the Royal Rumble earlier, so naturally I start shooting at it. Seems like he was heavily injured because it doesn't take much to put him down. This looked like quite the fight. Is this a normal amount of mobs, or has the population factor kicked in already? Let me know. Damn Snorks, man. Their attack animation always looks hilarious to me. Reminds me of zombies in CS 1.6 or the old Halo games. Still got a few more stashes to hit up before I leave. Might as well clear them all while I'm here. Some of these have me glued to my PDA while I try to locate the damn things, like those zombies that were walking off cliffs and into traffic when Pokemon Go first dropped. Remember that first month? So many ridiculous stories, man. Finally found them all. Time to head back to Rostock. Hey, looks like a group came out here for something. I kind of wish NPCs respected anomalies more. They don't have to die to them or anything, but constantly seeing them sitting in the middle of some horrific phenomenon that turns you into red jelly breaks my immersion. Seeing two chimeras in the distance, I load some slugs and try to pick one off before they get to me. Well, that failed. Let's see how well I can dance. Damn it, it was going well until I finally got my shotty reloaded. Didn't stray far enough out. Was a fun attempt, too. Sadly, on my second attempt, they split up and it was an easy clear. Back to Rostock we go. Gotta make some final preparations before we go shut down that Black Mesa research machine. In town, I craft some meds, some ammo, polish all my equipment, and once again bring my MP9 along for the ride. A bunch of 9x19 rounds have accumulated again, and I'm sure I'll need the extra firepower. I can pick up some more HPs from Butcher on the way. I'm sleeping in maximum cycles both for that population setting and because my stalker has been perpetually yawning for like 3 sessions now. Needing some hydration action, I stop at the bar before picking a lovely spot for a meal. This duty bro and I share some stories while I load up my arsenal. Alright, off to the butcher. Sitting on 82,000 rubles, 13k on ammo feels pretty cheap, but hey, I worked hard for that money.
Слушаю тебя.
First time I'm seeing army here in garbage. I'm lucky that grenade didn't kill me. Not a whole lot of time to react to that one. Soon as I load in, I'm hearing a lot of commotion up the hill to my left. There's a lot of lights moving around too. Better go see what the hell's going on. Ah shit, looks like 4 or 5 soldiers. Well, I'm committed now. These bastards really like throwing grenades you have 1 second to react to. Unless you're watching them unpin and throw it, you're kinda fucked.
Готов нахуй!
Honestly, I'm very surprised I'm living through this. I was expecting to die and reconsider fighting these guys, but somehow I pulled through victorious. While stumbling around in the dark looking for their loot, it appears they came across a Psy sucker and 2 bloodsuckers. This population increase is really going to kick my ass, isn't it? Now I need to swing back to the butcher real quick. I used a lot of ammo in that fight. This poor bandit's looking for his friend, so I show him where to find him. I stop at a campfire to top off my health and tell everyone my plans. They say, nah, don't do it, man. It'll have unforeseen consequences. Hey, I thought so too, but nah, different game, bro, and I continue on my way. It's a little scary leaving from here, if only because I don't want to run into 4 bloodsuckers that'll cost me my entire ammo supply right now. Luckily, it's a quiet run to Yantar. Even saw some science bros at the swamp for the first time. In Yantar, I decide to check out the night vision mod to see if I can make it remember the setting my nods were last on. I just get tired of cycling through them every time, but it doesn't look like it's an option, sadly. I do wish I had turned off this PDA option though. Would have saved me a lot of tedious time back in episode 2. I make one final stop in a research base just to double check to see if I need anything else, but I think I'm good. Looks like they have complete control of the area too, so it's just a quick and quiet stroll straight into the lab. Alright, I've done this in the base game, but never in Gamma, so I'm not entirely sure what to expect. Once again, it's very late and dark in my studio, headphones are cranked up, and I'm ready for some adrenaline. I'm definitely liking all the ambient noise here, but I'm going to take it nice and slow just in case there's a gaggle of bloodsuckers waiting for me. This latter situation has me suspecting a Left 4 Dead style drop-down horde event, so I'm very wary about blindly descending. You see, I knew there was going to be something waiting to jump me down there. Looks like they're throwing noob Psybots at me though. Better think quick and start my dangerous journey into the darkness by breaking both my ankles. Again, this should probably be scary, but they look so comedic to me. Like really bad wire work from early 90s movies, or shit, modern Sony movies for that matter. So everyone in here is going to be playing as noob, huh? So far so good though. Doesn't seem like there's that many enemies here. You know, I hate how stairs feel sometimes. There's this odd sticky friction going on with them. Okay, this looks hilarious, right? I can't be the only one that finds these things absolutely comedic. The stinger that played when you enter the bathroom is great, though I wish something burst out of a vent Dead Space style once I was in. Being a bit reluctant to just run in and deal with however many things are around the corner, I figure it's probably better if I just pop some Psy meds really quick before it does become a problem. Holy shit, these things fuck you up. I feel like these would be the rarest thing in the zone. Stalkers would be getting absolutely fucked up off of these for recreation.
Эй, уёбок!
I was expecting a lot more around this corner. Should have just charged it outright the first time. Even the floating run animation looks funny. This snark looks like that one friend you're playing an MMO with that always falls asleep. You know the one. You look back and see them auto-running into a tree for like 30 minutes. Okay, I've had enough of the wobblies. I think coffee cures dizziness. Don't know, but I'm pounding it anyways. Probably should have made sure I was loaded sooner, huh? I'm still cautious as I'm unsure if I killed that other one. The shadow through the wall makes me think he's still alive over there. Nah, we good. Think my MP9 Magnum killed him. Gotta make sure I'm all loaded up this time and press on. Here we are at the Black Mesa lab? I don't know, whatever this place is called. Seems pretty harmless here. A few distant zombies, and I'm sure some more snorks waiting to float at me. My legs got me limping, but gonna hold off and see if I need to heal. Okay, wow, this is really fucking loud. You know that first time you boot up CSGO and its decibel level is set to bleeding from the ears? It's pretty close to that. Oh man, I don't like it. This fucking volume level is scarier than anything I've encountered in the entire game so far. I gotta get out of here. Can't take it. I fix up my leg so I can move faster. Really surprised to see there's only zombies here. Was expecting a controller or something. No, past me. You missed the lever. Gonna have to deal with 30 extra seconds of noise now. Oh fuck, it's gotten louder. If this is part of that supposedly scary task mod, then bravo, dude. I'm fucking terrified. Please. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What the hell caused this? The machine being shut off or the burr? Or was my stalker just an eepy boy? Everything continues to go down without too much trouble. Almost done up here. I already know there's something waiting for me in this final room, making this controller a bit of a joke, really. After picking up the docks and looting the area, let's GTFO. Aw man, I forgot about this, and I'm very low on meds and ammo. Luckily, I had completely forgotten about my deagle, so at least I have that to fall back on. If I just take it nice and slow, check every corner and blind spot, I should be okay. So far so good. Running low on deagle ammo now though. No, you fuckers. I knew it too. At least this is a quick run back. Oh no, there's no way in hell I can kill that thing. Need to just run by it. I mean, I'd love to slay it, but there's just no way with like less than 40 bullets. Damn it, so close. Pretty sure that's the end. Why did I look back? Never look back. Alright, since I saved at that last site of grace, it's a really short run back. This time, we sprinting through this bitch. We did it! I'm running back to the research facility like that pseudo giant is in tow. These guys gotta protect me. I've seen some shit, man. Went to Zen, shot up some big-headed alien baby thing, met Agent Smith, and... Wait, you want me to go back already? Oh, alright. I'll be back in the morning with some fresh supplies and clear it again for your science team. But you know what, my friends? That's gonna have to wait because this is the end of today's adventure. I must say, I was expecting that to play out much differently than the original game, but it seemed pretty tame. I'm sure this return trip is going to be amped up though, so we'll do that next time before we head into the Red Forest and Radar. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you did. It is the holidays, and I did have to stay up an extra night or two to get this one out for you guys on Christmas Eve, so I'd really appreciate it if you clicked all the good buttons and did all that good stuff. Happy, merry, whatever to you, and if you don't celebrate anything, then hey, congratulations on nearly completing another lap around the sun. Seriously, everyone, have a great holiday, spend time with your families, be safe, know that I appreciate every single one of you, and go have yourselves a good day or something.